Okay, hello everyone. In my last video, I discussed how can we write a scheduler using cron expression, and how can we know how can we implement the runnable interface, how can we override the run method, and how can we use the job consumer and job manager classes to make sure our job is completing successfully at least once. In this video, I will talk about the event listener first. Event listener is nothing but the javax.jcr.observation.event listener. Okay, so let me go to the demo. So this is my event listener example. Okay, I will just explain what I'm doing here. So this event listener is nothing but the, where is that? Yeah. Okay, javax.jcr.observation. And what I need to do, I need to implement this. Okay, and then okay, this is important. Okay, inside my activate method, first I'm trying to get the resource resolver using subservice. I'll just explain. I think I have already explained this as well in my one of my video, but yeah, this is how we can get the session from the service user, because the login administrative session is not more supported, it's deprecated now. So what we have to do, we have to create a map, and in this map I'm going to tell the subservice what I'm going to configure, and for this subservice I have created a system user, and the system user is having permissions, and that permissions, because of that permission I will get this resource resolver. Okay, so once I get this resource resolver, what I'm doing is, now I will get the session, and then I'm actually getting this add event. Now let me see what is this add event. So this, using this observation manager, what I'm doing is, from session, first I will get the workspace. Okay, and then I'm from my workspace I'm getting the observation manager, and then with this observation manager I'm just adding the event listener. Okay, event listener, and then we have few parameters, basically what event listener we want to add. So that's why I have just passed this, because I want to add this event listener only, and then for which basically for which events you want to invoke this event listener. So I want to invoke it for any property added, any node added, any node removed, any property changed. Okay, and the another parameter is on which path we want to invoke it. So if I see, this is my path. So what I'm saying is, if under this apps my AEM project, okay, this is my folder structure, if any node is added, or any property added, any node removed, or any property changed, for that I am adding this listener. Okay, and then okay, and once this is done, because since I have added it in the activate method, means it's done, means it will be added. Then there is a method called on event, because now your listener is registered, as in your event is registered. Now when the event happens, means whenever any of the property or maybe any of the node is added to this path, then this on event method will be called. And since there will be multiple events, maybe on the same node I'm adding multiple nodes or etc., so that's why it's a iterator, event iterator. I will just get the my first event, and what I'm doing is, just for demo, I'm trying to get the path of the event where this event happened, and then I'm just converting it to resource. But of course in real time use cases, you are going to do something with that path, maybe that with that property, or maybe on which path that property or node is added or removed. We want to do something. So but just for the sake of this demo, what I'm doing is, I'm just showing how can we grab this information in the on event method, and then we can use it. Okay, so let's do something. I have already deployed this code to the my AEM server. Now I will go to this path, apps my AEM project. Let me go to this path. So this is my path. Okay, and maybe I will add something here. Let me just, maybe I will add this. This is also a node, right? So I will just copy paste it. Okay, so it's invoked because I have written like if any property added or node removed, right? My event should be invoked. Okay, but I don't see it here. Maybe I'll just wait. Okay, my another job is also running. Just a minute. Yeah, so now it's in my method, as in the event started. And if you see, it's a list of events since it's an iterator. But what I'm more interested in the events. Let me just go to inside the while loop. So this is my first event, and if you see it, yeah, so I'm getting all the information. So for example, under apps AEM project, I have added this configuration. So this is giving me all information. I am having all the information with me now. Okay, so yeah, what I'm doing is I'm just trying to convert this as no resource, basically this part. Okay, so this is how we can use this event listener. And then just to reiterate, we are implementing the event listener. One thing, we are registering the event in the activate method. Second thing, how we are registering the event, we need to get a service user and we need to get session, and then inside add event we are just adding the event using the observation manager. And for as in adding the event, we need a few of the parameters for which events you want to add it, and that's it. And then we have the on event method, in which I will just write what I want to do when this event occurs. Okay, so that's it in this video. And in my next video I will cover basically the event handler. How I can write, we can write the event handler, and then how can we use jobs within event handler just to make sure the event happens at least once, as in the execution happens at least once. So please stay connected. Thank you so much.